everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video. I want to start off by thanking you all for being very patient with me. I know it's been quite a while now since I last uploaded, and I did say that my Wales blog or vlog would be up within a week, and it hasn't been. I'm really sorry about that. The reason why I haven't been able to do it is because my laptop, which is quite old, she's 10 years old, she was kind of on her way out. There was problems with it and there wasn't room for it to update, and there was a likelihood that something could go wrong with my computer, so I would need to get a new one. So but managed to preserve it, and I have now switched to a new one which has in my view better, it's so much better, it's so much faster, and I'll be able to get things done quickly on there, and I'll be able to edit on my laptop rather than on my phone, because it takes me forever on my phone. So at least it'll be a lot quicker now on my new laptop. So I'm really excited. Now I have my new laptop and things in place. I'll still be recording on my phone, hence why my videos are the way they are. But at least hopefully now I'll be able to insert photos or screenshots depending on what I talk about. So hopefully my videos will be much better and it's not just me. So yes, let's kick off with today's video. Today I am going to be talking about Maureen Callahan's interview with the author of a new book that's coming out about Catherine, the Princess of Wales. If you're new to the channel, Catherine is she's my absolute favourite. Rose tinted glasses, all the rest of it. I love her to bits. I think she's absolutely amazing. She is the jewel in the crown. She is an asset to the British royal family and to Great Britain or the United Kingdom. I just think she's absolutely amazing. I really do. Sorry about that. So yeah, I just think she's absolutely amazing. And I was watching Dan Wootton's show earlier this week, and he also had a conversation with Taz. I will link the video in the description down below, and I found myself in agreement with both of them really on quite a bit of what they said. But from the clips that I saw on Dan's show, that Dan had on his show, and again this specific video of Dan's will be linked in the description. I have to say, when I was watching it the other night, I was absolutely fuming. I was fuming about what was being discussed, the content, all the rest of it. I don't really want to go into it because I feel by going into it, it's breathing life into the conspiracy theories, the hashtags, the disgusting things that were said after Catherine announced in January 2024, or rather Kensington Palace announced that Catherine had an operation. I don't want to breathe life into it. Those of us that are very, very engaged online on social media, we all saw it. We saw the depths that people sunk to when Catherine announced that she'd had this. Celebrities jumped on a hashtag. I mean, for me personally, and I'm giving my views, my own personal opinions, when KP announced that Catherine had an operation, that signalled to me that whatever it was that had been going on, surgery is the final intervention. So it had gotten to a stage where she needed surgery. Then, also in this statement, KP said that Catherine would need 2 weeks in hospital. I think they said this in the statement. But she would need 2 weeks in hospital, and engagements would be postponed till after Easter. And at that time, you're talking about 2.5 months. So the way I thought about this upon the initial announcement was, Catherine's not well. She's had an operation. She needs 2 weeks in hospital. And then we'll see her sometime after Easter. So it's like, right, this has to be serious. It has to be. It has to be serious. KP are announcing it, and she needs this time to recover, recuperate in order to come back. So it's like, right, okay. I wish Catherine, at the time, this was my thought, I just thought, I wish Catherine all the best in her recovery, to take all the time she needed before coming back. Only come back when you want to, or when you can. That was my thought, and I thought, right, okay, I'm not going to see you for a while. Just rest. But what did we see? We saw conspiracy theories, hashtags, again, celebrities jumping on a certain hashtag, all sorts of awful rumours, everything bandering about the internet, and you know, obviously you had your media personalities talking about it, and at some stage, you know, so Catherine is a topic on podcasts and YouTube channels and all the rest of it, and there's speculation about what type of abdominal surgery she had, because that was stated in the announcement, and it's quite vague. So people saying, well, this is quite vague, it could really kind of be anything. I didn't think too much about it. I was like, well, at the end of the day, it is what it is, and we don't know what it is. I just need to know, is Catherine going to be okay? That was it. I thought, right, she needs time to rest and recuperate. I hope she's all right. And you had people in the media stirring the things that were online, bringing more attention to it, which then also lends these things some sort of credibility. And you're just like, just don't. She's asked us to respect her privacy during this time. There's a lot to do. You know, all her engagements that were planned have got to be postponed. William was postponing some of his engagements to look after and visit Catherine while she was in hospital, and then obviously for when she came home, obviously he was doing the school run and things like that, looking after the children. So she's asked us for privacy. They're having to adjust, both of them. And after a certain period of time, all these things are still rolling around the internet and being spoken about on different shows and things. And I know a lot of us within the royal watching community were just like, can you not just leave her alone? Again, like 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 1 is 3, 3 + 1 is 4. It made sense to me that this was a level of serious. Did I anticipate how serious it was? No, I didn't. I didn't, because my concern at the time was, I just want her to get better. I don't need to know what this is or what it was. I don't need to know. I just wish Catherine all the absolute best, and I just would like to know, is she going to be okay? And we saw everything online, the slew of all the disgusting, horrendous things that were online. I mean, we know as adults, we know social media can and is a cesspit. Right, it can be and it is a cesspit. You see all sorts when you engage online. And you can, when you log on to whichever platform, and you can choose to engage with it or not. And I chose to engage with posts and accounts where people were wishing Catherine the absolute best for her recovery, to which I expressed my same sentiments as well. I did posts where I used the hashtag I stand with Princess Catherine, or I can't quite remember, there was quite a few. And I kept saying over and over and over again, like these other accounts do. They were all saying, I wish Princess Catherine all the best. I wish her a speedy recovery, and I was just like, come back when you're ready. Don't rush it. Rest, recover, recuperate, and come back when you're ready. Don't come back any earlier. They were my thoughts. And again, all this stuff just kept spiraling. You're just seeing it on your phone or your tablet, whatever. I just thought, where's all this where does this come from? Why is this happening? She's clearly not well. Just leave her alone. And then of course, things happened after that. We know about the Mother's Day photo. I won't touch on it in this video, but if you'd like me to make a video to discuss my thoughts on the Mother's Day photo of 2024, leave me a note down in the comments, and I can do that if you want. But I won't be delving into it today. So there was all that about the Mother's Day photo, and I can't remember when, as you know, a lot of things were being said, and one person said, I can't remember when this was, but one person said, I've heard a lot coming out of Kensington Palace, and if half of what I've heard is true, Catherine isn't well. And that very night, Dan Wootton was on Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly asked him questions, put forth some of the things that have been going about online about Catherine, one of which I'm definitely not going to say, because again, it's right down there. It was awful. And Dan, kudos to him, said, I just want everybody to know, because we know Dan has sources, and he said, all I can say to you, I mean, I can't quote him, but basically what he said on Megyn Kelly was, he just wanted everybody to know that Catherine is physically unwell. He said it the same night as somebody else in the media. I can't remember who it was. If you know who said that, let me know down in the comments. But I remember Dan basically saying on Megyn Kelly, Catherine isn't well. All this needs to stop. And again, he reminded people this week on his show. He said, I went on Megyn Kelly and was trying to tell people to stop. Stop with the conspiracy theories, with the rumours, with the hashtags. Just stop, because she is not well. Kudos to him for saying that. Because I was of the same mind. It's like, can you just stop with this? It was awful. Absolutely awful. You know, and I don't know if this was before or after or around the time of the Mother's Day photo. I can't quite remember. And then obviously, right as the Easter holidays started, Catherine released her video announcement to tell us herself, in her own words, that when she was going in for the operation, they thought her condition was non-cancerous, but in post-operative tests, they revealed that cancer had been present and that she would be undergoing a course of preventative chemotherapy. She thanked everybody for their well wishes. She asked for privacy because, of course, they had to tell their 3 children and how to navigate it with a young family. And she asked us for privacy. She thanked everybody. She asked for privacy. Maybe not directly, but definitely indirectly she did. And she also expressed that her thoughts are also with the many millions that are also going through cancer and cancer treatment. She let them know, I am with you. She was thinking of them as well. This announcement, in my personal opinion, wasn't just to let us know what's been going on. It was also to kind of say, stop. Like Dan said on Megyn Kelly previously, everyone needs to stop with the conspiracy theories and rumours. I think this, the way I see it, this is my own personal opinion. I think this was Catherine's way of saying, please stop with the online noise. We have children. I honestly pray none of their children see any of this stuff that's been said. Because did people stop when her announcement was released? No, they didn't. You had other people criticising it, saying, that's not Catherine, that's not a real video, it's AI. Vile. Absolutely vile. I mean, she's just come out and told us, yes, I'm not well. I'm going on chemo. I have 3 children. We have 3 children. William's been amazing. He's been my rock. Because we know it's clear that they have a very deeply loving, supportive relationship, Catherine and William, and it extends to their children as well. They love each other so much and so deeply, I don't think we could even fathom it, to be honest. It's incredible. It's incredible. I think a lot of us feel like that about our spouses as well. I mean, so it really irked me. It irked me at the time, the things people were saying, and then when I watched Dan Wootton the other night, because I kind of got wind that I'd seen on Twitter that Maureen had someone on talking about Catherine. But really, it's only when I saw Dan's show and he was talking to Taz about it. I'll link her channel as well down in the description. Because I really like Taz. I think she's fabulous, and I do like Dan as well. I've followed his career for years, but anyway, so it was after that and the clips that he played, and it just irks me because I just don't want all of that nastiness that occurred in 2024 and still carried on. There's elements of it that have still carried on. I just don't want a resurgence. Catherine is doing so well. They released a lovely family video of them towards the end of the summer in 2024, where she let us know that she's now completed her chemotherapy treatment. And then in January of 2025, when she went to the Royal Marsden, where she spoke to patients, and she was quite candid with some of the things she said on this particular engagement, and she has been candid since, right? But the Royal Marsden, it was after that, and she was posting about it and saying how amazing they are. She then revealed that she's in remission. I mean, amazing news, absolutely amazing news. And yet, for a group of people, there's things from the nastiness of 2024 that they're still carrying on. And I think, you see Catherine and William on joint engagements, on solo engagements. The interview William gave to Eugene Levy that came out early this year, wasn't it? And I mean, that was a great episode. And also to Heart Radio as well. I mean, he's mentioned Catherine on other engagements, what have you, but Heart Radio, and he said how proud he was of her trip to Italy, because she'd been looking forward to it for quite some time. I mean, I was looking forward to it as soon as it was announced. I was like, wow, great. She's able to travel. And she's going to Italy. I was like, fantastic. And it's 2 days. It's a 2-day trip to Italy. Well, yeah. I mean, when you're doing what you love, it's not a job. It's not work, is it? And she loves what she does. So the fact that she's going to Italy is for the early years. It's for the centre of early childhood. I mean, and yeah, obviously she looked remarkable. She really did. She said to people in the crowd that, you know, it was emotional to see them all there. If you'd like to check out my video on her trip to Italy, feel free to have a look on the channel. Again, rose tinted glasses. So yeah, the fact that she's able to participate in international travel. She's going to be going to India with William later this year, which will coincide with the Earthshot Prize. So Catherine is doing really well. William's really proud of her. He said last week on Heart Radio that Catherine is an amazing mother, an amazing wife, and their family couldn't cope without her. I mean, again, throughout 2020, since the announcement that Catherine had her surgery, I had so many thoughts, but my main one was about her well-being. I wished her a speedy recovery and sent all my best wishes for that. Her and William and the children had been in my prayers since, and to see where they are now as a family, it's just, I think it's fantastic, which is why it irks me that a book is coming out and it's talking about things about Catherine's illness, and it's like, that's none of our business. Catherine and William will let us know what they think is our business. So I don't see why someone's discussing this private matter in a book. I don't understand it. Why you... No, I don't like it. Don't agree with it. Obviously, I'm not going to buy it. I'm just so happy that Catherine is where she is now. She's thriving. She's glowing. She looks just so happy, confident, and at ease. And all the good things. All the good things. I'm absolutely thrilled. I'm thrilled for her. I'm thrilled for William. I'm thrilled for their 3 children, and I'm thrilled for both sides of the family, his and hers. You know, the Windsors and the Middletons. I'm thrilled for them. Obviously, a quick note for King Charles. You know, I wish him all the best. He is on continuing treatment for his cancer, and I wish him all the best through his treatment. And seeing his engagements the last couple of weeks, he seems to be doing really well. So let's just take the positives that we've got. And with Catherine, she's able, you know, I mean, I'm just thrilled that she is where she is now. You know what I mean? And I'm just thrilled that she is where she is now. And I think I will end it there on a very positive note. I'm so happy that Catherine is able to travel and she's picking up engagements, and, you know, she's getting back to things. And she's doing what she wants to do when she wants to do it. Do you know what I mean? And I'm here for it. Absolutely here for it. I've always loved and supported Catherine since the beginning of her relationship with William, and that will never end. It will never end. I love her to bits. Love her to bits. Anyway, yes. So, how much do you love Catherine? What are your thoughts on Meghan? Not Meghan, that was an absolute slip. I'm so sorry. What are your thoughts on the Maureen Callahan interview with the interview that she had earlier this week with the author? I'll have to put an edit with his name in somewhere in the video, or I'll write it in the description. Either way, yeah. Right, I will leave it there, folks. Again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about Maureen Callahan? What do you think about what Dan and Taz said on his show this week? Let me know your thoughts. Let's have a conversation down in the comments. A nice, respectful, friendly conversation, because that's what I would like on this channel. Again, thank you so much for bearing with me. I'm so sorry about the delay in videos, but at least I have a great laptop now. So thank you so much. I look forward to talking to you all again in the next video, and take care of yourselves. Until then, bye.